Satnam, Salimah here. So, how to begin? There's been a few weeks ago there was a book published and released called Premka, White Bird in a Golden Cage. And this book is about one woman's experience being a personal assistant to Yogi Bhajan. And for those of you who are in the teacher training program and also staff here, Yogi Bhajan was the teacher who brought Kundalini Yoga here to the West. This book is a document of one woman's experience, and a lot of it was around the kind of abuse that she suffered as a result of her connection or proximity to this particular teacher. Since that time of the release of the book, there have been many, many more stories from women who have been part of Kundalini Yoga and part of that entourage, from children and also from people who are from the queer community, the gay and lesbian community. So, needless to say, there's been a lot of damage done by Yogi Bhajan. And so I want to say for the record that I stand by all survivors. I think it's very important that each and every one of us tells our story, holds our power, and tells the truth about who we are and how we come to being where we are. It's been heartbreaking, actually, to read some of the stories and to bear witness to that. As a teacher myself, I've never felt a connection to Yogi Bhajan. I don't subscribe to any of his organizations, 3HO, KRI, or any governing body that has to do with Kundalini Yoga, nor do I have any affiliation or personal interest in following a guru. Where I've felt most impacted by the teachings is in my daily practice, my willingness to source within and to be in harmony and in community. And it is my sincere stand that together we, the community, are the teacher, and inside of ourselves is the teachings and the teacher. And so now that these stories have come to the surface and have been articulated and vocalized, I think it's very important that we trust our intuition and we trust our own judgment about what we need and what helps and what doesn't help, and to really finely tune that understanding for ourselves. So, as a teacher of Kundalini Yoga, as a teacher of other teachers, this is where I stand today, March 3rd, 2020, is that these teachings have really sincerely impacted my life. In fact, I wouldn't be here making this video had it not be for those teachings. And over the course of time, I've also seen limitations in what the teachings offer. And so, as a course of action and in fairness to myself and my students, I have modified. I've added in breath work and ideas and concepts that I think are very important and relevant to a modern culture, and that represent who I am in the teachings: diverse, inclusive, and wholehearted. And that's really important. And I offer to you an opportunity to think that through and to be in that idea and that concept that we can take our power back from old ways of thinking and be in the here and be here in the now and claim for ourselves what's important, what's valuable, and to use the shadow of the teacher as a way of understanding and reflecting where light can come about, and to also honor our own personal stories in all of this. So I wanted to publicly acknowledge what's happened in the Kundalini Yoga world, so that it doesn't fester and so that there are no secrets, and that actually we come together and decide for ourselves that we can claim our power and to claim the teachings for what we need and how we need it. I hope this is the beginning of a dialogue. It's in no way the beginning or the end of what needs to be said. It is purely and simply a beginning. And that I invite a conversation, a further conversation from each and every one of you if you're interested in talking about it. I think March 8th we have an Om chanting experience from 11:30 to 12:30, and 1 o'clock would be a very powerful time for us to gather on that day, March 8th at 1 o'clock, to discuss and to air out any thoughts about this and to share our stories. Set now.